I think it's finally time for us to come to a compromise. So come along and step into the office. As you are probably aware, there are two things on this account that would require us to cheat in order for us to complete. Again, with the rhyming. Case number one is that fire pot over in the gorge. Without cheating, we cannot light that and proceed with the Geo Archon quest. Case number two are the cryo monuments that are a part of Kaya's quest. Again, there is no way for us to complete that without the use of Animo or cryo. Many of you have said you are completely fine with me cheating at this point since there is no way to get past it and we knew that this would happen eventually. However, others of you are saying that we should have some sort of punishment. So here's the deal. For every time on the account that I have to cheat to get past an obstacle, I will be giving you guys 5 Welkin moons. I think that that's a pretty fair compromise. So now a lot of you are probably expecting me to go and light up that pot right now. But actually what I'm gonna do is go and try to finish up Kaya's quest instead, or at least progress it to the point where I can enter co-op. Because you see, we still have Lantern Rite going on for 5 more days, and I would love to get all of the rewards that it has to offer. The free crown plus all of the rewards that we get in here would just be so nice. And as I've probably mentioned with the Leeway Archon quest, as soon as we light up that pot, we're gonna be blocked by another challenge that we need Albedo to even potentially get past. He is overdue for a rerun, so until he gets one, we're gonna be kind of sidelining that part of the story. But now, as much as it pains me to do this, we are going to cheat for the real first time on this account. So that was 1, there's number 2, and this is number 3. So we'll open up this chest, and this should unlock co-op for us. Moonfinger, that's the Geo Archon quest, isn't it? Interesting. I guess we know what that means. It means 10 of you are going to be getting Welkin Moons. In case you want to know how we're going to go about doing that, you can go right below the video, make sure you're subscribed, and then I want you to leave a comment of some sort of Geo or rock related pun. It can be good, it can be terrible, I really don't care. Then also include the server that you're on and your UID. I will then, after maybe a day or two just to give people some time, go through and pick 10 people now because we had to cheat twice, and I will be responding to you so that you know you won. But when I respond, click on the person who responded, like click on my channel name to make sure it links you back to my channel so you know it's not someone else impersonating me. Because just, you know, a bit of awareness, if somebody gifts you something in Genshin and you don't know who it was, it's probably a better idea to not spend it. So again, just make sure you're subscribed, leave a comment about a Geo or rock related pun, and then if you want, you could omit your UID for the time being unless you're picked, you know, just in case you don't want your UID just sitting out there even if you don't win. Then just for the sake of tracking, I'm going to be including in our name how many times we've had to cheat in this challenge. Also, I am very afraid that we're still not going to be able to access co-op because it keeps giving me... No, you're joking. This quest is locking me out of co-op too? We've already tried lighting these before using Overloaded, with me being affected by Pyro or Electro and then the other element hitting me. Well, this is quite a problem for us. Okay, you know what? Let's try this. We'll put down portable... I'm in combat. We will put down a portable waypoint right here. Now, if I teleport to this waypoint and spam left click... Oh, that is still a while before we can attack. Well, we gotta go try it. These little red crystals pretty much disappear the second you teleport out of Dragonspine. But I'm hoping that because there's no cutscenes or anything, maybe we just teleport, spam left click, and we can get off an attack with Pyro before it goes away. It's already gone. Okay, but maybe we just need to do it a second time, right? Maybe second time is the charm. No, it's gone before we even teleport. Hey, Fireworks, you want to do something for me this time? You want to, No? Okay. I have an idea. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm very curious. Because you see, if you break one of these, you pick it up. You have to hit something for it to activate. Can it be anything? Yes. Okay. So that's question number 1. Question number 2. If the construct breaks, is that gonna use the Scarlet Quartz? I don't expect this to work, but if it does work, that's potentially good news. Come on, you could do it. Use the power. Oh, it does. Okay, hear me out. The construct lasts for 30 seconds. So if I put it right here. Then we grab this, switch to Lumine, and we wait. And ideally, that construct is still there. And when it breaks, it'll use the power of this Scarlet Quartz, right? It doesn't seem like it did it. I mean, I still have the crystal aura. I guess we can go back and see if anything happened. It did not work. Okay, next question. If I just put a construct there and then I teleport away, will that construct still be there if I teleport back? The answer is no. And really quick, I just want to test if Ningguang's jade screen would stay there. It doesn't either. All right, but how about this? We break it. I immediately use my burst. And then I spam open on the map. We teleport. The burst should still be ongoing with the Scarlet Quartz. No, it goes away too fast. Why do they not let us take those out of Dragonspine? What is the range on how far you can go before a construct despawns? We could make it back to here, so that's something. Next test is if we can make it to here. Survey says we can indeed. Okay, now let's try this waypoint. One quick trip to Dragonspine. The construct stays, so we can make it from here all the way to there. It's just this little stretch. All right, let's try this one. That one also works. This shouldn't work because this is about the same distance as our portable waypoint, but let's see. Wait, it works? Wait, why does that work? Wait, so if I put this here and then I waypoint over here and then we waypoint back, the construct is gone. Do you think it's because this is a quest area and it resets when I leave? Hold on. So if I just put it down there outside of the quest area, then we leave and come back. Is that stupid? It's still there. Oh, Genshin, why do you do this? All right. No, it's fine. Let's try it here. Don't ask. We're just gonna put it there. Surely there will be some spot that I could put this construct where it won't get deleted. Although it's not looking too good. We need it close enough to still hit this when it explodes, but then far enough where it won't delete it like it just did again. I'm just gonna put 3 of these things down. We're gonna see if any of them survive. The answer is no. Now, a good way for us to test if this would even work is to come over here and try the same thing, just so we can make sure that it's the quest wiping the area and not something else happening. We can put our construct right here. Then we just wait a couple seconds before grabbing this. Then we grab it and we just wait. We do still have the aura, which makes me think it's not working. Oh, you know what it could be? I wonder if it's simply just because this is outside of Dragonspine, so even if something attacks it with the crystal in Dragonspine, it doesn't work. And I guess another way to expedite the process is just putting this down now. Then we just place the other 2 randomly nearby. We come to Dragonspine, we break this, grab that, place this there. Placing that 3rd one breaks the 1st one, which was the one right next to the torch. So if it works, it would have worked. But as we can see, the torch is in fact not lit up. You know, if I had a Goro, I could just try and shoot it with an arrow from all the way in Dragonspine. Again, not sure if that would even work or if the arrow can get that far. Now that we do have this idea though, I want to try it out in a different spot. This is another quest I have yet to be able to complete, so we might as well attempt it here. It seems like most quests do have this little thing where they delete all constructs in the area when you teleport far enough away. Let's run a little test by putting 1 construct there, another one here, and then we'll just teleport up to this waypoint. Upon teleporting back, what do we see? We see both constructs are actually gone. Okay. So how about one just right here? We teleport away and then right back, and that construct's also gone. Okay, now I'm just getting a bit confused. How do we test this, you ask? Teleport somewhere where there is no quest. Then we go to Dragonspine, and then we come back, and yeah, I don't really know what's happening. Well, after a lot more testing, I guess for this, we're gonna have to wait for the Pyro region. And even then, nothing is guaranteed. But I simply refuse to cheat 3 times in the same video, which means we will unfortunately not be getting any of these rewards. Well, after that utter failure, I figure since we're already breaking rules today, let's break another one of my rules. As you'll probably know, I have been very much against farming artifact domains, instead focusing on talents, levels, and weapons. items. And as of right now, I could farm more of the talent materials, but we have to wait for the weekly bosses anyways, so I really can't do too much. Actually, you know what? Let me just level that up real quick. But now I can't do much besides waiting week to week. Okay, actually, hold on. I could also level up that one too. But now I can't do much besides waiting week to week because we are not AR 50, which means we cannot ascend for the final time. So I do believe we're gonna go ahead and spend some of our fragile resin on artifacts. I don't want to spend all of it because I like having a stockpile in case we do need it for something in the future. So let's spend 30 fragile resin today on artifacts, which seems like a terrible idea. Not because of the, wasting of resin or anything, but more so because we do not have access to condensed resin. So that's going to be about 90 runs of an artifact domain. If you're curious what artifact we're going to be going for, well, let me show you. Or at least I would show you if Hoyoverse made it where you can actually look at the artifacts that you might want to farm before you farm them. I don't know if I'm crazy, but this makes no sense to me where you go in the game to look at maybe a weapon you want to pull for, an artifact you want to farm for, and it doesn't show you until you get it. So then you got to go to Google just to look up the stuff that should already be in the game. Hoyoverse, please change that. Though actually, speaking of domains, it's going to be a JJK reference. You get it in a second. Hey, my name's GoJava. As you may know, I possess the innate ability of infinity, meaning nobody can ever land a blow on me as they'll only hit the infinite amount of finite space separating us. However, even with such immense power, it's still not enough to protect my personal data online, which is why I use NordVPN. You see, everything you do online can be recorded and tracked by your internet service providers and then sold to other companies for their own use. That's why you can start seeing targeted ads for products that you've recently looked up. Not to mention, if you're out in public, then you're essentially in the domain of an unknown enemy. Public Wi-Fis offer little to no security, and even using mobile data isn't much better. Therefore, doing anything online that requires sensitive information, like checking bank accounts or logging into other services with your passwords, is a risk. NordVPN helps by encrypting your internet activity, making it infinitely more difficult for anyone to lay a finger on it. As someone who values my privacy while online, I've used NordVPN myself to give me the peace of mind of knowing my online activities are protected while inputting personal information or even simply just playing video games. The first 100 people who sign up within the first 24 hours of this video going live will not only receive up to 63% off, but also receive 3 months completely free for a friend. So click the link in the description or pinned comment to start protecting your information while online with a simple click of a button. After looking through all of the available artifacts on Google, I think I know where we'll start our farming. You may think Archaic Petra is a pretty decent idea because we could use the shield set as well on some characters, or perhaps we could go to Navia's signature artifact domain. But without boring you guys too much with all the explanations, we will not be going for either of those. At least not yet. Since Navia is our main DPS on this account, we will be embracing the idea of a quick swap Navia using the Golden Troop set, a set that does allow us to get all the benefits no matter what we're fighting. Then just for fun, I'm going to be starting a timer so we can see exactly how long it takes me to farm all of these domains. Also, since I know a bunch of you guys are going to do it anyways, this is a perfect time to go down in the comments and yell at me as to why you think this artifact domain is not the right choice. Because no matter what I say, you're still going to go down there and complain. This is gonna take a very long time. First clear, and we're 3 minutes in. Just for the sake of my sanity, you could press that like button if you want. It's not gonna speed this up for me at all, but maybe it'll make me feel a little bit better afterwards. That's run number 2. I'm not gonna say this every time, but oh, it's the wrong set. I mean, it could still be an off piece. I'm not gonna show you every single run, but I just wanted to point out that it is indeed about 3+ minutes per run. And I'm planning on doing 90 of this. I'm gonna be here for over 4 hours if that's the case. Hey, so for whatever reason, the timer decided to reset completely. So I'm gonna start it again, and we'll just have to add whatever amount of time was on it back onto it at the end to get the total amount of time in this domain. Okay, so I might have been a bit too ambitious. The fastest clear time we had was about 2 minutes and 14 seconds, but the average was more around 3 minutes. We don't really have too many of the correct set, but I'm thinking we'll go through, we'll level some of them up and put them on her, so hopefully we can clear the domain a bit quicker. Luckily, we did get a geo damage bonus piece, though the substats, it could be okay. You know, if it rolls like crit rate, it'd be pretty cool if it does. And... okay, never mind. We're just gonna hope for attack percent. Oh, we did get attack percent. Okay, just keep on going attack percent, and it's fine with me. It's a flat attack is flat attack. I don't think a more true statement has ever been said before. I'm not gonna max these to 20, because then I won't be able to upgrade very much, but we'll just bring it to 16. Then for the circlet, we did get a crit damage with crit rate substat. I would prefer to have crit rate as the main stat since our weapon doesn't give us any form of crit, so it's gonna be very hard to get a 1-to-2 ratio, but hopefully we could just see a lot of rolls into crit rate. No, it's really liking flat attack today. Surely this one. Surely the next one. Come on. Nope. The flat defense. So we've rolled everything except for crit rate. Always happy to see that. For the flower, we have 2 options depending on which one gets a better 4th stat. This one gets a flat attack. And the other one, hopefully crit damage. Flat attack. Wow. Okay. I will take the one that has higher crit rate and flat attack. Why? I feel like every day there's just a stat that is more likely to roll, and today apparently is the flat attack day. All right, it's fine. We'll just start bringing them to plus 12, and we're still dodging that crit rate. This is about to be the best crit ratio you have ever seen on a character in this game. Wow. I just leveled up both of the potential feathers, and they both got defense percent. We did only manage to get 2 sands on the correct set, and neither of them would be great here, so I'm going to use this 4-star that's attack percent with double crit. That just seems like the way better option. I mean, yes, I could use something offset as well, but for the time being, I guess we're gonna go with that. So, I have a feeling these stats are gonna get worse. Right now, we have 2,047 attack and 55 to 129 crit ratio. Time to upgrade her stats, definitely. And now we can go back. We see we've lost some attack, and we have a much worse crit ratio. Let's just swap back to the old circlet we had that was crit rate, and then... it's still worse. But the only true way to see if this actually made her worse is to run this domain. And with 1 run complete, we can see it takes about the same amount of time. I guess I'm just going to... oh, come on. I'm just gonna keep farming in here at this breakneck speed, and then pray that someday anything rolls into crit. Out of all of those artifacts we just upgraded, I'm pretty sure we had 1 roll into crit 1 time, and that was the 4-star. This is why I've been saying that artifact domains are not really the best place to be spending resin. Small progress update. Every time that I pause the timer to go do something else, it resets on me for some reason. So we are just going to get rid of it, and I'll just let you know how long it took at the end. Also, I got popcorn. Let's try this again. We've done a little bit of farming, and we got 2 flowers that have double crit, and this one now has ER as well. This is a very good artifact that just became a little worse, but at max level, it's a 6 to 17 crit ratio. Obviously, we do want crit rate a bit more, but this is definitely an upgrade from what she was using. I also did just go ahead and level this feather up, which means we will be losing out on some attack percent, but we get a little more crit rate and obviously more ER as well. Ooh, I really had no hope for this sands because there's no crit rate. Okay, the HP kind of sucks, but it's not that bad. If I can just get a circlet on crit rate, ideally with crit damage substat, but just crit rate would be really nice. Then we'll be slowly making our way towards a 1-to-2 crit ratio. I'm gonna give this a couple more tries and see if we can luck out with a crit rate piece. Despite not getting a crit rate main stat, we do have some good news. Because I farmed in that domain over the course of a number of days, we didn't actually use too much fragile resin, though obviously our crit ratio's not ideal. But if we do go ahead and we get a crit rate 5-star artifact, then that should go up by about 10%, which obviously would bring that up to 51% crit rate. And I also swapped Lumion onto the team because Noelle wasn't doing too much for us in there. And Lumion C1 gives us an additional 10% crit rate when her burst is up. So total, that would be 20% more crit rate, which would give us the 1 to 2 that we're looking for. I probably will keep farming that domain a little bit more just to see if we can snag one of those crit rate pieces. But the funny thing is, I wasn't keeping track of how many times I actually farmed that domain. And looking back at the recording, unless I miscounted, I believe we farmed it 101 times. Oh, right. And if you want to know how long it took, it was 4 hours and 48 minutes. Obviously, that was over the course of like 2 or 3 days because there's no way I could do that all in one sitting. Then one other thing I want to show you guys is we did manage to get this achievement during a live stream. If you recall, we couldn't previously do that commission because we had to give Timmy some dandelion seeds, and all the shops in Inazuma that sell them are closed until we start the Archon quest. And that was because some big brain chatter told me that this dude actually does indeed sell dandelion seeds. So at least we don't have to worry about that anymore. With that being said though, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you're okay with the compromise that we've come to, or I guess the one that I've come to. I will see all of you guys next time.